The mission has provided the world with an impartial and independent account. The results are overwhelming and indisputable. It is the most significant confirmed use of chemical weapons against civilians since Saddam Hussein used them in Halabja in 1988, and the worst use of weapons of mass destruction in the 21st century. After 2.5 years of tragedy, now is the time for the Security Council to show leadership and exercise its moral and political responsibilities.
The type of munitions, the trajectories, which confirm the analysis that British experts have done about the provenance of where the rockets were fired from. All of that confirms, in our view, that there is no remaining doubt that it was the regime that used chemical weapons. Of course, our experts and other experts will need to go through those annexes in great detail. A top priority now is to ensure that the deal that was struck is adhered to, it's put into binding form, it is enforceable, it is verifiable, and it is taken forward. But that does not take away the need for accountability. And we mustn't lose sight of what has happened here. 1,400 or so people gassed to death. Women and children gassed to death by chemical weapons. There does need to be some accountability for what the Secretary General just now called war crime.
We understand some countries did not accept on faith that the samples of blood and hair that the United States received from people affected by the August 21 attack contained sarin. But now Dr. Sellstrom's samples show the same thing. And it's very important to note that the regime possesses sarin, and we have no evidence that the opposition possesses sarin.
This does not point to...
In the days before the attack, Assad's chemical weapons experts prepared for an attack. They distributed gas masks to regime troops. They fired rockets from a regime-controlled area into 12 neighborhoods that the regime had been trying to clear of opposition forces. And here again, I want to underscore, it defies logic to think that the opposition would have infiltrated the regime-controlled area to fire on opposition-controlled areas.
What we want, as I said, is a resolution which will be binding and enforceable. And because otherwise, again, we have no guarantee that the agreement reached in Geneva could be implemented.
The allegations that, in fact, it was the opposition who used chemical weapons cannot be simply shrugged off. I mean, on August 2021. Those allegations also need to be very seriously investigated.
The Council now is very much focused.
We need to make sure not to waste time and have unnecessary arguments, that we exactly take up what was agreed in Geneva between Foreign Minister Lavrov and Secretary of State Kerry, as reflected in the document. You know, this framework, Russian-American document. Trying to improve the document, change the document, correct the document would simply be wasting time.